Hi, I'm Les from Tabletop Tastings, and today I've got Luiz with me from Brazil, the director of Boardible, here to talk to us about his app. Luiz, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you, Les?
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
As I told everyone, my name is Luis. I'm originally here from Brazil. I did my undergrad in the States, worked in management consulting for a while, then switched to the industry. I worked in the beer industry for a while. At some point, my hobby with board games just became an opportunity at Boardible. So I just joined some friends that were starting this company, and now I'm working full-time with board games.
Fantastic. And what is your role? You've got a fancy title, but what is it you actually do within the company?
For sure. So Boardible, we are a platform, a mobile app where you can play multiple board games within one single app with like one signature. You have all of those games. I'm in the more commercial and like public relations side of it. So I went to Gen Con to make some partnerships. We talk with different publishers to add their games to the platform. And also I'm the one that usually goes to events and try to publicize whenever we can.
Excellent. And you mentioned going to conventions, and that made me wonder because I've noticed you partnered with Gamewright, and they're the makers behind Sushi Go. I've played it through your app, and it's a great experience. How did that relationship start, and what was that process like getting them on board with your game?
Gamewright was our first big partner that we closed, and it was really cold emailing them. Basically, we just started like emailing them from contacts we found online, talked to them on LinkedIn, and someone replied. We started talking about, and they were very open to this possibility. We were very excited to work on Sushi Go. They have Sushi Go on different digital versions. They give us the liberty to create Sushi Go as we want. So as you notice in the app, we don't have the cart. We made like a conveyor belt where your sushi is like passing
Yeah,
by.
I
It's
really
more
like
like
that.
a actual mobile game. So that was pretty cool. Totally help us like close new deals and bring other games to the platform.
Excellent. And speaking of that, do you have any other publishers that you're in the works on onboarding or bringing into the fold that you can talk about?
Sure, sure. I think the closest one we have of releasing the game would be Resonim with Phantom Inc.
Hmm.
We met them on Gen Con and it was really nice. They were very open and we already start work with Phantom Inc. for the app. I think it would be a really nice game to add to the app since we have a really nice TV feature where you can see the whole board that they have and all the clues that come with. Very social game, very nice for you to play with your friends. But I think one that we closed recently and I'm really excited to work on as well would be Hanabi. So we have this partnership with Cocktail Games. So we have Hanabi and Top 10 already signed with them, and we hope to bring them by first quarter next year. I don't know if you know this game called Quartz. It has like the dice version, and now they have a cards version. We are digitalizing Quartz as well. It's
Oh,
from Sergio Alaban, the
hmm.
creator of the Sheriff Nottingham. So really nice game, really nice game designer there. Also from Brazil. So we're really excited to have that coming, probably by the holidays this year.
That's awesome. I'm excited to try that out. Now, you mentioned
Yeah.
cocktail games, and this is tabletop tastings, the perfect pairing of board games and whiskey tasting. So I've got to ask, do you drink whiskey at all? And if so, what's your go-to whiskey?
Fun fact, the person that introduced me to like whiskey and drinking whiskey socially was my grandma.
Hmm.
She was a really big Valentine's drinker. So Valentine's 12 years, I think that's the my go-to, like more social, casual whiskey. I tried Glenfiddich a couple weeks ago and very surprised with the 12-year there as well.
Anything
But
that
I would
starts with
say,
Glen, you can't go wrong with.
yeah,
It's always a win.
yeah.
Excellent.
But I would say my go-to is Valentine's 12. That's a good one.
Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you. Now, your website or the app itself, the company Boardable, how did that name come to be?
Boardable came across for us like very easily. Board, obviously from board games, and Ebo was actually an inspiration of Audible. We got inspired a lot by what Audible did with how to listen to books and how to interact with like a very consolidated market. So we tried to combine both, and we came up with Boardable there. And it
That's
has like the portable side as well, but I like the Audible story better.
It's so clever. I love it. And I love knowing that
Yeah.
that behind it. That's fantastic. Your website advertises that you work on a proprietary no-code engine that makes it easy for publishers to launch high-quality games on the platform, and that you can get their games in front of 110 countries. How have you been able to do this? And how long does it take to get a game up and running? And how are you handling language translation? So many questions.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm excited to answer all of them. Our team from the technical side, they are very, very experienced from the mobile game industry. We have about 15 or 16 full-time people working on this project. So we are very excited about this. One big chunk of what we're doing is to make our game development process as fast and smooth and easy to use as possible. That's why we are creating an engine based off of Unity that will allow publishers and game designers or authors in general just to add their games in a very easy, no-code way, basically just like dragging some boxes, inputting your rules, like telling people what they can or cannot do in a very easy and intuitive way. That's a pain point that we saw with other digital platforms. Like, it's really hard for you to put up a game on Board Game Arena right now. We have to probably hire a programmer to do that. Tabletop Simulator is not also very intuitive. It's still like very sandbox. Even though you try to enforce some rules, people can still do a lot within the experience. So what we're trying to do is actually to help small publishers or like independent board game designers to have their games around, put them out in the world. We do revenue share with our partners. Even if you're like a small publisher, we want to pay you for your game and all the work you put into that game. That's what we offer for the big publishers as well. Some of them are very open and they take it. Some of them want some payment upfront that we cannot do right now, but we understand that will be at some point how the industry operates. But yeah, we are very excited to be working with those big companies already with just the revenue share model, and like they're very open to the experience. We are reviewing our contract with Alderac right now to have some AAG games within the app. We're very excited about that. Probably like Point Salad will be at the app at some time soon. And yeah, as you said, we are available in 110 countries already, basically just English and Portuguese so far. We are working on translation for Spanish. And as the demand for other languages come by, we are happy to work with those. And also we got a lot of support from the publishers itself. Phantom Inc., for example, we are going to have it available in 6 different languages. Even though the app would be available in Portuguese, English, and Spanish, the game will be available in 6 different languages.
That's absolutely awesome. And the average game, how long does it take to get that from a publisher coming to you, all the details signed, to, starting work on it, to it being completed?
What we're doing with the engine, that is really helping us to accelerate that process. From when we start, it will take us like 4 to 5 months to fully develop a game without the level of detail that we have right now. For Quartz, for example, we are expecting to finish the whole development from receiving the assets to have the game implemented with animations, all the rules, and all the revision from the publisher in about 2 months.
Oh, wow.
All the things that we learn about developing the game, implementing that specific set of rules, we can duplicate that or use it in some way to accelerate the process for the future games. So as we develop more games, our development time is actually decreasing in a very significant ways. Our goal is to be able to develop a game, I would say like Onitama, in about a month.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Yeah. I've used your app. I think it's super smooth. It works great. If people want to try Boardible for themselves, where can they find it? How do they get a hold of it?
We have the app already released, as you said, in 110 countries, available in the official stores, both for Android and iOS. It works on iPads, it works on iPhones, on tablets. It's available in English and Brazilian Portuguese so far. We are finishing the translation for Spanish for everything and all the games in there. And right now we have about 11 games released. By the holidays, we are expecting to finish 3 more. Inkblot, that's from American developer that lives in the UK. Tissue as well from Fata Morgana. They are just about to review the app and see how the game's looking. And also Quartz, the card game. We expect to have those 3 games released by the holidays there.
Awesome. And if people want to learn more or stay up to date on what you've got on the go, where can they find you or your company?
We have a specific forum on BGG that I usually try to keep up to date with what's going on. So for people that already use BGG, that's a really good option to keep track of what we're doing. It's in the digital gaming topic there. But also, we are very active on TikTok and Instagram. TikTok is basically just memes and things like that. But on Instagram, we post about our new game releases and new features that we have on the app. Our Instagram is a little bit different. It's board.able. So if you want to check us out there, there's a dot in the middle there. But besides that, everything else is just Boardible. If you come across, that's going to be us.
I highly recommend staying and following this company because I think you're doing some great things. And is there anything else you'd like to say to anyone who hasn't had a chance to check out Boardible yet?
Sure. Thanks for the opportunity. First of all, Les, it's been great talking to you all. And for everyone that wants to try it out Boardable and it's not into mobile gaming or doesn't think like digital board game is for you, what we're trying to achieve with Boardable is to reach not you specifically, but your friends that usually complain about you playing board games all the time and not introducing them to the games. The app is a great opportunity for you to introduce the hobby to those people because the games run very smoothly in the app. It goes by very faster than usually the board game setup and everything. It's in your pocket. You can play in the restaurant. You can play in a trip to a resort or anything like that. So very convenient for you to introduce people to the hobby and very helpful as well. Especially with the little kids, our app doesn't have chat, like open chat. And our goal is for you to play with people you know. So it's very good for you just to leave your phone with your kid in the restaurant, and instead of them playing some weird game or being on YouTube the whole dinner, they can play a board game and you start to introduce them to the hobby there. Our main goal with this company is to make the hobby of board gaming more accessible for not only people in the US or in Europe, but all along the world. It's been a blast for us to have some games in the app that would not be available in South America at any time soon. And just having the opportunity to give this chance for people to play and experience those games have been great. So give a shot. Let us know what you think. There's a lot of improvements coming by. We will love your feedback. You can reach out for us both on BGG, Insta or social media. It can be Instagram, TikTok. We have a Discord channel as well. If you guys want to join and find some friends to play, just feel free to reach out to us, send us a message, and we'll be glad to chat.
Amazing. Well, Luiz, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. Maybe we can get together again in 4, 5, 6 months to get an update to see where you're at and to carry on the conversation.
It was great, and thank you for your content. Though I'm actually trying to learn something
Sweet.
about whiskey and some different board games up there.
That's
It's been
awesome.
really nice what you guys are
man.
doing.
I genuinely appreciate that. Thanks so much. Nice meeting you.
For sure.
Have
Nice
a great
to meet you.
day.
Have a good
We'll
one.
talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Well, I'm Les. I hope I've given you a little more.